Welcome back to Head to the News Tonight. You saw those pictures of a brawl and a suicide threat earlier in this bulletin. The protesting Youth Congress leaders have withdrawn their protest after an assurance from the Youth National leaders that their demands will be looked into. The protesting party men have been invited for a discussion on the 30th of this month to sort out the issues. The leaders were actually demanding the revocation of the suspension order against some of their colleagues. All right, my colleague and our political reporter Shabir Ahmed now joins us from our Hindu studio. Shabir, not long ago when a lot of senior Congress leaders were speaking out of turn, the High Command actually issued a gag order and warned them of action. Now when the Congress is talking about bringing back Kamaraj rule and talking about power sharing to forming a government on their own, all kinds of claims and counter-claims being bandied about. What do the protesters there have to say about the image that goes out, the image of the Congress party in the state that is being tarnished by such ugly scenes?
Well, Sanjay, when we spoke to almost all of the factions within the Youth Congress, they do tell us that this is not something which is connected with the factionalism or groupism. They maintain that this has nothing to do with the factionalism or groupism within the party or the state Congress leadership. They do tell us that it is an infighting, it is a fight for democracy. They are not protesting against the Congress High Command or they are not protesting against any specific individual. They wanted the attention of the All India Youth Congress leadership to resolve this issue. That is their only demand, and they very clearly they maintain that this is not factionalism, but out and out this is a clear scene of factionalism there at Satyamurthy Bhavan, which is 5 decades old. In fact, Satyamurthy was a person who had fought for the party, who was the person who built the party in the state of Tamil Nadu, and today it witnessed ugly scenes there. In fact, a section of protesting Youth Congress members went up on the terrace and they decided that they threatened that they will commit suicide. And also many of them were raising slogans against Yuvaraja, who is the Youth Congress leader. So it is clear cut case of factionalism that has now spilled into Youth Congress also.
All right, thank you very much, Shabir. I quite like that line some of them gave you. It's not factionalism. Probably they were having a party there. Well, moving on, 10,000 people have been administered the swine flu vaccine, but the vaccine is rather expensive. That's what most common people feel. Now, in what comes as a reaction to their helplessness, the mayor announced free vaccines for people below the poverty line, and the tender to finalize that will be out on the 1st of October. Now, not just that, free swine flu vaccination was also done for all councillors at the Ripon building today after journalists got them about a week ago. Staying with news from Ripon building, in a change of guard at the Chennai Corporation, Rajesh Lakoni, the current Corporation Commissioner of Chennai, has been transferred and he moves as a Metro Water MD. He will take charge as the Metro Water MD very shortly. And the man who became the Corporation's Commissioner in 2006 had been hailed for his services even before he had been selected for the Prime Minister's Award in 2009 for his role in the cervical cancer screening project. He had earlier been the collector at Theni and Kanyakumari, and he'll be replaced by D. Karthikeyan, who is currently holding the post of Additional Secretary of Finance in the Tamil Nadu government. All right, my colleague Lokpriya Vasudevan, who in fact frequents the Ripon building more often than all of us put together, joins us from our office in Perungudi. Lokpriya, very briefly, what are some of the other changes the bureaucratic reshuffle has brought about?
Yes, Sanjay, apart from D. Karthikeyan, there are 2 more additions in the corporation itself. Anu George, she will be the new Deputy Commissioner for R&F, and also Dares Ahmed, he will also be the Deputy Commissioner of Works Department. He will replace Ashish Chatterjee, who will be transferred to the Kanjipuram as the collectors. So these 2 people will be in addition to D. Karthikeyan in the corporation itself. And also, if we can say that it will be T. Amuda, a senior collector of Dharmapuri district, who is placed at the appointment as the project director of TANSAC.
So a lot of, I think about 14 officers have been transferred out, but very briefly, give us a little insight into your interaction with Rajesh Lakoni as Corporation Commissioner.
Yes, Sanjay, he is indeed a very, very proactive man. Whenever we journalists always went up to him to clarify any issues or to get a bite, he was very proactive, and he was one kind of a man who will come out and will not hesitate to give a bite, even if it concerns of the misdoings of the corporation. And he always promises that action will be taken, and true to his words, he does make sure that action is taken, which is very evident from the Voice of Chennai show in our channel at NDTV Hindu, where he made sure that the speed breakers in RA Puram were taken, and the other complaints that the people had made, he made sure that those complaints were taken care of, and he made sure that remedy was given. So in a sense, he is a very proactive man who brought a sense of professionalism into the corporation. Sanjay.
Lokpriya. Thank you very much, Lokpriya, for giving us your perspective on Rajesh Lakoni as the corporation commissioner. When we wanted to actually introduce the new commissioner, Mr. Karthikeyan, to our viewers of NDTV Hindu, but he was very busy today. Hopefully, he'll find time the next time around. Another short break coming up, but when we return, find out how MBA students are helping themselves and their prospective employers.